That's what Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives is all about, supporting small restaurateurs across the nation.
The Food Network enlightens viewers to appreciate all things food-related. So here are the 10 best current Food Network shows. Beat Bobby Flay.
Oh my God, it's Bobby Flay!
This half-hour show is a lot of fun to watch. When you pair amateurs against professional chefs, it's always entertaining to watch as the underdogs try to outdo the pros. This show starts with a competition between two chefs. Bobby Flay chooses an ingredient, and the two chefs battle against each other in the kitchen, competing to create an amazing dish using the chosen ingredient. A special guest judge decides the winner of the challenge, and then that winner advances to step 2. In round 2, the winner is then pitted against Flay. Of course, to try and even the playing field, the amateur is granted the right not only to choose what dish is going to be created, but to keep that information from Flay until the very beginning of the round.
The secret ingredient is...
So although the amateur chef is prepared, Flay will be flying blind. Once Flay is told about the signature dish, he must come up with a reasonable facsimile on the spot. The challenger, of course, is already geared up to make the dish and has organized the steps necessary to create this competition creation. What is especially exciting about this show is that the judges decide upon a winner by doing a blind taste test. The premise of this show is very cool, and usually you root for the new chef on the block, trying to outdo the master. Sunny Anderson, Giada De Laurentiis, and Anne Burrell, all Food Network regulars, are some of the judges who appear on the show. Chopped.
Chop.
Right away, Bob. Chop, 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 chop.
Close your eyes and imagine that someone has dropped you off at a remote cabin and has instructed you to create a delicious pizza in a set amount of time. Seems simple enough, right? However, when you enter the cabin and you open the kitchen cabinets, all you can find are marshmallows, poppy seeds, and uncooked oatmeal packets. Well, guess what? You better get the water boiling because those oatmeal packets are now going to be your best friends, and they won't be cooking themselves. Are you going to pair them with the poppy seeds to create a delicious poppy seed oatmeal pizza base? Or will you save the poppy seeds as a crunchy topping for your marshmallow-covered pizza? In this series, hosted by Ted Allen, 4 chefs are pitted against each other. They compete to create a delectable 3-course meal complete with an inviting appetizer, a delicious entree, and a scrumptious dessert. There's only one small caveat: they can only use the ingredients the show has graciously presented them with. Those items may be completely removed from the regular ingredients needed for an expected normal recipe.
A man on table 6 wants an eggless omelette.
After each course is presented, there are 3 guest judges who decide which of the chefs will be chopped. They make their decision based on the taste of the dish, the presentation of the creation, and the creativity involved, while utilizing those very unlikely ingredients they were given. After 3 chefs are chopped, 1 after each course, the last remaining chef is declared the winner. The stakes are high in this competition show because the winning chef leaves not only with the accolades of having won, but also with cold, hard cash in their pocket in the amount of $10,000. Valerie's home cooking.
Oh, honey, I always liked your home cooked better anyways.
When a new generation reaches back into their family history, one of the best things to retrieve, aside from valuable art and jewelry, is, of course, favorite recipes. Valerie Bertinelli, a Golden Globe Award-winning actress and cookbook writer, takes recipes that have been in her family for years and recreates them. She's full of energy and enthusiasm throughout the entire process, and her charm makes this show a delight to watch. This weekly series is very enjoyable to watch as Valerie invites her best friends over to share her delectable creations. Of course, when friends get together, there's always laughter to go along with the camaraderie. The conversation is always interesting, and watching Valerie thrive in the kitchen is like watching a flower blossoming. Wendy Malick and Jane Leaves, Valerie's co-stars from Hot in Cleveland, are always appreciative of the offerings. This is not only an informative show, but it truly is a feel-good show about relationships with food and with each other. The kitchen.
I am going to the kitchen. Can I get anybody anything?
This show is a cornucopia of all things related to food and family. The 1-hour show is co-hosted by Jeff Morrow, along with Katie Lee, Sunny Anderson, Marcella Valladolid, and Jeffrey Zakarian, who not only share tips for successful family meals, but also showcase fabulous dinner recipes. A bit of a departure from your typical food show, the hosts also answer viewer queries, chit-chat about everything food-related, and play trivia games. The kitchen is fun to watch, not only because of its food content, but also because of its format. This show makes it cool to love all things about food, cooking, and recipes.
Isn't this going to be fun, cooking together?
Watching an Iron Chef, a sandwich specialist, and a Mexican cuisine specialist from Tijuana can be nothing short of interesting, exciting, informative, and worthy of tuning in. The Great Food Truck Race.
In the forthcoming Charles Boyle owned and operated food truck venture.
The Great Food Truck Race is plenty of fun to watch. There's a true mixture of aspiring food truck owners along with crazy challenges, and the show takes place in beautiful, sun-soaked, paradise-like locales. The Great Food Truck Race is hosted by Tyler Florence. There are 9 teams of aspiring food truck owners with assorted culinary specialties. They range from plant-based Cuban dishes to fresh pasta. The competitors must display their abilities not only in cooking the items, but also to market and sell them as well.
Would you like to sample our vegan bacon? 100% meatless.
Yes, please.
The competition is a high-stakes adventure as the participants try to beat their rivals and stay in the race. The prize for staying on until the end is $50,000. That is quite a life-altering grand prize. The best things about the Great Food Truck Race are the truly inspiring teams, the unbelievable foods they manage to cook up in food trucks, and of course, the clear desire in everyone to prove they are worthy of the top prize. The true rivalry is so raw and emotional because these competitors are striving to truly change their lives in a big way. This show offers them a true opportunity to, once and for all, take the next step and grow their own business. The Julia Child Challenge.
Girls, we have a new challenge for you.
In this Food Network show, superfans of Julia Child compete against each other trying to impress the judges with their culinary abilities and share with everyone just how Julia changed their lives. In the first round, the contestants must master the basics, and the competitors are challenged to recreate one of Julia's signature dishes. They do get some inspiration from Julia, watching her on a giant TV screen in the middle of all the kitchen action. In round 2, the competitors have to take inspiration from Julia to create a unique dish which reflects their own personal culinary taste.
I humbly place before you my East Meets West patented Traeger turkey burger.
The dishes created in the second round are served, and both the competitors and the judges sample each dish and share personal stories about their food journeys and, of course, their connection to Julia. There's a panel of guest judges who continually rotate, and they are the ones who decide which of the competitors will win the grand prize, which is an all-expense-paid 3-month cooking course at Le Cordon Bleu. This is a very coveted prize. This show is very touching because it's not solely about the cooking. You really get into the hearts and souls of the competitors. Guy's Chance of a Lifetime.
This is a chance of a lifetime, and I'm hiring.
Guy Fieri runs a very successful restaurant empire. The premise of Guy's Chance of a Lifetime is his search for a food entrepreneur to run a Chicken Guy franchise. He's chosen 7 people to compete in a very high-stakes job interview to become an owner of the newest location of a Chicken Guy restaurant. The candidates have to show that they can be leaders in every aspect of the food industry. They need to show business smarts, culinary abilities, and, of course, hospitality skills. The winner will, of course, achieve a whole other level of success if they win this competition. What's great about this show is how important it is for the candidates to prove they are well-rounded.
I am worthy!
The stakes are very high, and their futures are on the line. Alex vs. America.
Chefs across the country want to take you down.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Eric Ajapong, who is a world-renowned chef, is the host of Alex vs. America. 15 competitors try to take down Iron Chef Alex Guarnaschelli. Chef Alex competes against 3 chefs in 2 rounds of cooking challenges. Any one of the competitors, including Alex, can be sent home after a blind tasting by the judges. Each of the chefs comes from a different state, but they all possess the same culinary specialty. The chefs want to beat Alex to prove their skills and vie for the $15,000 take-home prize. The chefs share similar abilities when it comes to certain ingredients or recipes, something they have practiced and rehearsed over and over again on their own. Now, their acquired skills will be assessed on a whole other level in their quest to outdo one of America's most notorious chefs. Worst cooks in America.
I told you I'm not a strong reader!
Worst Cooks in America is a popular cooking competition show on the Food Network, and it's just as delightful as it sounds. The show features a group of amateur cooks who are, well, let's just say they have a lot of room for improvement in the kitchen. Each week, the contestants are put through a series of challenges and tasks designed to test their cooking skills, and the results are often hilarious. What makes Worst Cooks in America so entertaining is the contrast between the hapless contestants and the show's 2 talented and highly skilled hosts, Anne Burrell and Tyler Florence. These 2 chefs are patient and supportive, but they also know how to bring the heat in the kitchen. But don't let the show's playful tone and humorous moments fool you. There's a lot of serious cooking happening on Worst Cooks in America. And as the competition progresses, the contestants start to improve, and some of them even become quite skilled in the kitchen. It's a heartwarming transformation to witness, and it's one of the reasons the show is so popular. In the end, only 1 contestant will be declared the winner, and they'll walk away with a cash prize and the newfound confidence that comes with knowing they can actually cook. So if you're a fan of cooking, comedy, and good old-fashioned competition, be sure to tune in to the Worst Cooks in America on the Food Network. It's a tasty treat you won't want to miss. Barefoot Contessa.
Ina Garten? The Barefoot Contessa?
Hands down, one of the most famous cooking shows on the Food Network, Barefoot Contessa is an award-winning program. It won Daytime Emmy Awards in both 2015 and 2021 for Outstanding Culinary Series. Ina Garten has also earned a roster of other awards from the James Beard Foundation. Barefoot Contessa has been on the Food Network for almost 20 years. Garten published her first cookbook in 1999, and then she launched her TV series in 2001. 20 years later, the show is still one of the most popular shows on the Food Network. Once upon a time, Ina Garten owned a specialty food store. The store already went by the name Barefoot Contessa, but the moniker was originally the title of a dramatic film from 1954, starring both Ava Gardner and Humphrey Bogart. Most people do not realize that Barefoot Contessa is not filmed in a studio. Ina strolls across her property, located in the East Hamptons, to a barn complete with a stunning and very spacious kitchen. Would you believe that Barefoot Contessa is only filmed twice a year? The show requires an 8-week process. Once upon a time, before the barn era, Garten was filming the show in her very own kitchen. But imagine the top chef, along with a huge assortment of producers and production crew and camera guys and personnel and directors, all vying for a little bit of space and attention.
Our place is already too small.
Despite how successful Garten has become, she readily admits she never even wanted a cooking show. But the higher-ups at the Food Network thought otherwise, and they persisted with their efforts and insistence that she could definitely do it. Even after all of her success in the industry, Ina Garten still refuses to watch even one single episode of Barefoot Contessa. Tune in to more great videos. Just tap or click. First time here? Then leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell.